I'm going to give this the old college try again. I don't know why, but my mood kind of elevated. I've been watching a bunch of Chadwick interviews, and I think what's gotten me worked up is the fact that, kind of like Prince in a way, there were a lot of times where he did a lot of good, but it didn't make the media, whether because, he didn't want to put it out there, or it was just like something between him and the people that um, he helped out in one way or another. And the thing about it is, when I look at stories about someone after they pass, the greatest stories are the ones where they were a person. It isn't about a a big donation. It wasn't about you know um, something that's laced in finances. It's like the little moments where, hey, I met him in passing doing this, or you know, I asked for an autograph for my sibling or nephew or niece, and that made their day, and they treasure that forever. So, and this is the thing that sucks because, well, I know nobody's watching right now, but you know what? I don't care. It's just one of those things where maybe I'll actually leave this live stream up, or maybe I'll try again tomorrow. But I really want to talk about it. Incredible stuff. So I'm willing to wait to the 3 minute mark and see if anybody shows up, because the Chadwick thing, man, it's the thing about it was, obviously I was asleep last night when the story first broke, but I think what's making me really inspired is that as the day went on, it became less about Black Panther Wakanda and more about Chadwick trending in different formats, like rest in peace, rest in power, Chadwick Boseman. Yes, Black Panther obviously inspired a lot of people, but I like how as the day went on, we're seeing more of an overflow of Chadwick rather than the people he portrayed on film. Because the thing that really got me the most was the Jimmy Fallon show clip from 2018 back in February, not too long after Black Panther released in theaters. And it's like Jimmy and Chadwick behind a curtain, and like different people are just walking up to like a poster of T'Challa, and they're like, I guess they were fooling people, saying, hey, we're going to make this video for Chadwick, so if you could just stand here and like imagine he was right here, what would you tell him? And like various people came through talking about how they were inspired by him, what Black Panther meant, and then he would come out of the curtain, surprise them. It's like moments like that. That's what I feel like he's going to be remembered for the most. Like, don't get me wrong, the movies, great. His performance, hence why he had a lot of roles. But the thing that really gets me is, as I've been doing more research, you learn that he didn't get these big roles until later in his life. It wasn't like, he was a young 20 something when he started getting these notable roles. Like, my sister loved Lincoln Heights, the first, notable show he was in. I never really watched it like that. But when I think back to like Get On Up and other film and Jackie Robinson, when you look back, we're talking within the decade. We're not talking like 15 years ago or something like that. So I feel like that's the most impactful thing about what happened. The fact that Felicia Rashad, raised money to send him to a performing arts school and all that stuff. It just, I love the way when you learn how some of these big celebrities make it, because somebody made a way for them and then they pay it forward by doing what they can to inspire others. So yeah, I know I said this before on the channel that personally Black Panther isn't even in my top 10 MCU films, and I don't think that's going to change given what's happened. But in terms of the impact of the film for the culture, duh, one of the best. But in terms of like the MCU, it's not in my top 10. But it's not even about that. It's the fact that Chadwick, I personally like Chadwick more in Civil War. I think that was my favorite Black Panther performance when he was in Civil War. Because when I look at Black Panther, the film, it felt more Killmonger driven than T'Challa. But that's just my opinion. Um, Dude, he was a badass in Civil War. I love how he would not give Bucky a break. That was crazy. But I've been talking for about 5 minutes. I saw people come, people go, but it is what it is. So I just felt like talking. I feel like those photos is like, might delete this later. Hey Curtis, thank you. I appreciate that. It's been a day. COVID test. I did that this morning. It was in no way, shape, or form as complicated as the website made it out to be. But I will keep you all posted as soon as I get the results. It says 2 to 5 days, so it'll be kind of ironic if I find out the verdict on the haves and have-nots today. I don't know, but you know, hopefully that goes well. But this wasn't the best birthday, to be completely honest, and it's not about what I got, which honestly I don't care. I'm incredibly grateful to the people who donated on PayPal and Cash App because you don't have to do that, but it's very much appreciated. I whipped up a few videos this morning. I kind of broke my rule because I said I wasn't going to do any videos, but I had to talk Chadwick, MJ, and then at least one video in regards to the shows I review. The Hayden and Jaden video is doing pretty well, so I appreciate that. But tomorrow, I got a bunch of have and have not videos to do, so don't worry about that. I know this list looks big, but once I start recording, it's not going to be as bad as I thought. Um, but how's everybody? We got 6 people. Let me hook up the charger. We'll talk for a while. We'll talk for a while. Screw notifications. Bear with me for a second. There we go. Okay, good. Um, I got these in the mail today from Amazon. Injustice. Anybody play Injustice Gods Among Us? This is the complete graphic novel for year 3 and year 4. I already got the first 2 years. Honestly, I have all these as the individual comics when they came back in when they came out in the mid 2010s when I was working at the call center. But those individual comics are at home in a box, whereas the graphic novels, they were cheap. I bought them used. That's one thing I'm glad I learned as I got older, that when it comes to online shopping, especially, you don't have to buy. I mean, okay, there are a lot of things you need to buy brand new and untouched, but when it comes to like books and movies, buying used is not a bad thing. And even if it's bad condition, you can just send it back. Yeah. But overall, I went out this morning. Dollar General, Burlington Coat Factory. Sadly, they don't have the sock collection that they used to have, because they used to have in Burlington like these 2 big tables with a crap ton of socks, and they had a deal. Hey, thank you. Excuse me, Miss Henderson. I didn't want to jack up your first name. I think it was like Diane. I'm sorry. I didn't see the name in time before the chat faded out. But I got me like 4 pairs of socks. Looney Tunes, Deadpool. Oh, I actually got them right here. Yeah, I got Pokemon, uh, Deadpool, tacos. I believe these are 3D glasses and Looney Tunes. Something you might not know about me, unless you follow my personal Instagram. I love socks, especially crazy ones. And well, another thing is the t-shirts. We're rocking the Purple Rain because I got stacks of t-shirts in my room because I found my laundry basket in my closet full of shirts, and I threw them in the dryers to get the wrinkles out to make them somewhat presentable. So you'll be seeing t-shirts I haven't worn before. You'll be seeing t-shirts that I haven't worn in a while that I can still fit, thank God. It helps that I haven't had DoorDash in a while, so that's been a good thing. Blessed to see another year, but dang it, it is tough. I mean, everybody's fighting personal demons right now, whether it be mental, emotional, or in Chadwick's case, health. And that's been another thing. Like the man never stopped. That's the one thing I feel like I'm going to remember him the most by, because of what I learned today. The fact that he had been battling that cancer for 4 years, but he never stopped doing what he felt he was called to do. Thank you. I appreciate the birthday wishes. Um, I know there's only 4 people here, but we'll talk as if there were 100. I don't care. I really do like the fact that he inspired so many, and what a way to go out. And I hope I didn't say that in a disrespectful way, but to be on your deathbed knowing you did something that's going to outlast you, that's something that to be proud of. I mean, I learned that he was a Christian. Like, he prayed for the role of Black Panther. I feel like I knew he was, but I don't think I really remembered that, which I feel bad. But again, it's like so many times that when a person passes away, you learn so many things about them that you hadn't known in the past. So it was good. But thank you, Joel. But I do think overall, Michael Jackson was no, he died doing what he loved to do. He came to Earth to. Exactly. I remember, what was it, in like 20. Yeah, I haven't popped open a bottle of my Welchers yet. I got like 7 bottles. I haven't popped any yet. Maybe one later. I just haven't been in the best mood today. I know that's a bad way to feel, because it's a shame, because I went to bed last night, praying that the whole COVID thing goes well with the test, and I'm like, hey, let's make 29 the best year, but this hasn't been like the best day per se. But and it wasn't just Chadwick, it was just like little things here and there when I was out. Yeah, my sister loved Lincoln Heights. That was something I really wasn't into. Like, it's funny how I review a bunch of dramas and whatnot now. My sister was that person when we were younger. I never watched that stuff. I was more into the anime and cartoon stuff. Because, like, imagine me doing what I do now. Oh, I would have been reviewing Lincoln Heights, man. I would have been reviewing that. But I'll do an emotional post. So, did you take the test? Super proud of you. Positive. Yeah, I did take the test this morning at CVS. If you watch my Instagram live that I did earlier today, then something. One of my worst character traits. I don't know if it's a worse or bad. I know a lot of people feel say I hate looking stupid. That's one of the biggest things that make me just lose it. I hate looking stupid. So I'll give you like the short version, because my theatrical reenactment is on the Instagram live. So basically, last night I was reading the instructions again about the whole COVID test process. And if you're just tuning in, let's talk briefly about my COVID test, and then we'll move on to something else. All right. And as I'm talking, I'm going to do the early version. Hey, for everyone coming in and saying happy birthday, I'm thanking you in advance. So last night, okay, print out your confirmation email. Okay, I'm printing out my confirmation email. Have your healthcare card, your insurance card. Have a license, proof of identity. So basically, my driver's license, mobile phone. Okay, because I'm thinking, what are they going to call me and then tell me what to do? Because I did not know it was a self-performed exam. I was under the impression that, like, on the TV, on the news, like, I would drive up to the window and pull down my mask, and then they would do the test, and then that would be it. No, I had to do it myself. I'm like, I was about to cancel it last night. I'm just like, I don't trust myself to do this. But thankfully, I read a couple blogs and a couple of videos people had done, like testimonials of their experience at the CVS drive-thru, and it wasn't that bad. You basically stick the swab not even an inch up your nose, so it's basically you feel a little pressure, but it's not that bad. You just basically swab. So here's the thing. Back in school, I was that guy, who was always prepared. Like, an exam, a test, a paper. I read the instructions. So in my mindset, because I'm anxious, I got to have everything if anything is like out of order from what it was given to us in the instructions, I kind of freak out. But in any case, here's the thing. They were like, when you get to the window, have your mask on at all times until instructed not to, and have your windows up, because again, I'm under the assumption if I do anything wrong, I might get in trouble. I'm not necessarily saying the cops or whatever, but I mean, like, I effed up the process, or they might be worried I'm contaminating them. So basically it's a Virgo thing. Yeah, it is. So basically, I get to the window. Don't worry, we'll talk more about Chadwick, because I did see Felicia Rashad and Denzel Washington helped him out. We'll talk about Chadwick. So I get to the window, mind you, I never in my life have been to a CVS window myself in terms of the driver. I've been in the back seat like my mom picking up prescription, but it was like the bank. I go to the window. Remember, my car window is up and my mask is on like instructed to do. I can hear the woman over the intercom saying, prescription pickup. And I'm like, COVID test, because I'm trying to yell through the window. It's like, oh, you got to let your window down. I'm like, okay. So I let my window down and then I'm like, oh yeah, COVID exam. Okay. I got everything ready. You know, my cards and everything, email. She asked me my name, date of birth, and zip code. And she's like, because I was like, it was 10:15 because my exam was at 10:30. But the email said, try to be there within 20 minutes of your time, because if you miss your time slot, you got to reschedule. And keep in mind, I've been trying to schedule a test for like the last 5 days. My birthday, ironically enough, was the first available date. And I thought something was wrong because when I got to the window, there was only one car in front of me. So I'm like, wait, did I get here too early? Because what if I'm at the window when somebody else is supposed to take their test? You know, I throw everything out of whack. So basically, what she told me was to just drive around the building, because there were two cars that came behind me. They were like, by the time those cars are ready, you know, your test will have the package set up. Okay, so I go around the building, everything's fine, and I get to the window again. There's a guy there this time, and he's like, okay, could you verify your name, date of birth? And I'm like, you know, I give the information. And mind you, this is my second time doing it. Now, I wasn't expecting a birthday card, but I'm like, I'm saying my birthday is August 29th, and nobody has said happy birthday. I felt a little bitter about that. So she opens the metal door and gives me the packet, because basically there's like a no physical contact. It's like the bank, you know, they open up the metal door and your stuff you grab is right there. So I got the big bag. And for anyone who works in healthcare, no shade, but I'm just thinking, dang, this is a lot more complications than it shows. My back is killing me. There's a lot more complications to this than I thought. So in the big bag, there is two. Honestly, I should not throwing away those gloves. A pair of rubber gloves, some wet wipes, and then paper instructions. I did keep the instructions though. And the swab, which is in like a plastic, like, you know, when you get a straw from a restaurant, it's kind of like that. And then a vial. So basically she said, hey, if you could just find a swab. And I asked her 2 times, because I know it sounds dumb, but again, in my mind, I feel like I'm overly prepared for this, because nobody's asked for any of my cards or anything. So what was the point of me having all this stuff? I'm like, can I take my mask off? Yeah. Are you sure? She's like, yes. Because remember, she's behind the glass window and everything, like I'm at a bank. But at the same time, I did not want to break protocol. So I did take off my mask. I opened the swab, and she was like, okay, what you're going to do is take the swab and put it up your nostril until you feel slight pressure. We don't have to go all the way up there. It's just about half an inch. So I do that, and I'm like, oh, I got it. And she's like, I want to count backwards from 5, and then you just swab in rotation. Okay, even though the email said 15 seconds. So I did the swab. She's like, okay, same end, different nostril. Okay, find the vial, take off the red cap, and it had the liquid inside. And then I put the swab down first, because the swab was long, obviously. And he's like, okay, you need to break it in half. And I'm like, I'm trying to bend it. I'm like, where do I break it? She's like, oh, pull it up a little, because there's like a little line that will snap it easy. I'm thinking to myself, Lord, I do not want to mess this up, and then the juice goes everywhere. So I snap it, put the red cap on. Within the big bag, which had about 50 things in there that were not necessary, you put the vial in like a little green bag, and then there is a white metal box next to the gray box, the silver box. Here's where I felt like an idiot. She was like, okay, just like you're opening a mailbox, what you'll need to do is just pull it and drop it in there. Okay, and I have wet wipes in the bag, so you don't have to touch the box. So I had to undo my seatbelt because the box was a little bit, over to the side. So I had to reach out of my window. So I stretched out, but I'm like, the door isn't opening, because when she said mailbox, in my mind, I'm thinking of USPS. Ironic, right? You know, the boxes where there's like the handle and you have to pull it down Or when you're buying a newspaper, you put in the quarter and you pull it down to drop it in, right? Right? Tell me why she didn't tell me that. Because what she told me was like the mailbox you pull. She did not tell me that there was the top of the box where you pull up and then you drop it in. Over here, I'm trying to like pull down the side. I got out trying to pull from the bottom. I'm halfway out of my window. I shit you not. I'm halfway out of my car window. People behind me, I'm thinking they must think I'm an idiot. So I ended up pulling it up. And then after that, she was laughing. It was like, oh, it's August 29th. It's your birthday, right? I'm like, yes. At this time, I'm two through. I'm ready to go. I'm done. So after that, laugh at my expense. I was on my way. She's like, hey, thanks so much. You did great. Check your email. We're going to send you a confirmation to set up your My Health account and check back frequently over the next few days, and we'll give you the results and just contact us if anything happens. And that was the end of that. So that I just despise looking dumb. You know, that's the worst thing. Yeah, notifications have not been going out. So this is like my sixth attempt at a live stream today. So I just decided, you know what? I'm in the mood to talk. Even if there's only two people, I'm just going to talk, upload the video, and then whatever happens, happens. This crap better not happen Tuesday night. So I did eat my slice of birthday cake from Walmart. It was pretty good. I didn't open any Welchers yet. It just puts me in depression whenever I'm in a situation like that, because it sucks, because I wanted this to be the first day of a great year, and here I am embarrassing myself. And then it really does suck. Thank you. I appreciate the birthday wishes. But, over the past 30 minutes, like I said at the beginning of the live stream, just watching a bunch of videos and posts and articles about Chadwick and how he influenced people, that put me in a better mood. I hate being embarrassed. Yeah, it really is. Because, it's one of those situations where, again, I prepped for this. I took a NyQuil last night to go to bed early. And wake up, refreshed, ready to do this thing. So I hate it when I plan to make sure that I'm in the right, but then when I do something, it's executed nothing like I was told. So again, this is no shade against CVS, but it's like one of those situations where it was not what I expected. I'm glad I didn't mess up the test. The results, honestly, I don't care. Whatever happens, happens. But at the same time, it's like I felt like the process was more humiliating than the virus. But that's just me. That's the kind of person I am. Now I'm probably on security footage. Like, imagine me on 13 News. Like, oh yeah, a COVID testing patient lost his rationale because he was trying to attack the woman at the window. And no, I was trying to pull open the box. So that was embarrassing. And yeah, that's about it. Then I was driving, a person was pulling out of a driveway when they shouldn't have, but then luckily they pulled back, and I wouldn't have hit them anyway, so that wasn't a bad thing. I just overthink. Once I'm embarrassed, I'm like, F it, I'm done. So I took a nap today, and that was it. Why would you not assume I'm not going to review those shows? I am going to review House of Pain and Assisted Living, but I'm just saying that the haves and the have-nots is priority. Like, I'm thankful this upcoming week we're back to one episode as opposed to like two, because two is great, but that adds a lot of pressure because that's a lot of content for me to do. Like, I still got a lot of videos that need to get done before Tuesday, and I mean before Tuesday, because Tuesday they're going to release clips. So yeah, tomorrow is back in the saddle for work, and go from there. But 2020 is just, I hate it, because I know it sounds whiny, but a lot of people have been saying the same thing. It's like every single day something happens bad. Whether it be a natural disaster, somebody passing, COVID numbers spiking up, politics, what have you, or protests or whatnot. Look, I did hear Ella say, Curtis. I'm like, no. I don't want to do that. But y'all have a good day. Thankfully, it didn't storm as bad as they said it was going to storm today. We just had passing showers and the sun came out. But like I said, my mood was effed up, so I just like stayed inside all day. I just depressed. What a birthday, right? Sucks. But hmm. Yeah, then YouTube notifications not going out. That was like next level piss because I planned on doing a live stream today, later tonight. But nope, didn't work. I had my cake in front of me, everything. Wait, there's synopsis out? I didn't know that. Hang on. I'm going to Google it right now. Yeah, see, and I don't want to say negativity, but assisted living is like, I'm going to watch it just to see what the dynamic is. On TV Guide, okay. Oh, okay. I'm on Wikipedia. They got synopsis and titles for the first 8 episodes. This is great. This is great. Yeah, I'm going to read them out if y'all don't mind. Okay, so episode 1, A Wise Man's Decision. That episode title is different. I think the last time I checked, it was like We're Back or something. Okay, A Wise Man's Opinion. In the season 9 opener, Malik is hesitant to give the news to his family about his new girlfriend because she might be pregnant. No, this season picks up 8 years later after the series ended on TBS. What? I thought it was 5. I gotta go back and check. Okay. Number 2, Delicious. Malik confesses to Curtis and Ella that he thinks Lisa is pregnant. Episode 3, By Your Side. CJ and Janine to stand by Malik's side in supporting him for having a pregnant girlfriend. Number 4, The Old People Game. Jasmine learns that Malik is having a baby. Episode 5, Women of Today. Jasmine is pressured to have sex before she's ready. Episode 6, Parenting 101. Lisa and Malik disagree about relationship roles. Episode 7, Love and Hate. Miranda is having second thoughts about her and Calvin's divorce. Ooh. Episode 8, From Heart to Heart. Calvin and Miranda have mixed feelings about their divorce. Okay. So it seems like the first chunk of this season is going to be related to Malik and the situation with his girlfriend. And then the back couple episodes is like, Calvin and Miranda. This is going to be interesting. Let me see if they have anything for assisted living. Thank you. I appreciate that. I've been thinking about getting a therapist. I know that's a random thing, but I've really been thinking about it. Wikipedia is taking forever to load up. Yeah, they've released a lot of different clips. I just haven't taken time to look because I'm preoccupied with the haves and the have not stuff. 1 second. There we go. We have the first 4 episodes here. The pilot 101 in the series premiere, Jeremy and the family visit their grandpa Vinny Malone. Just kidding. At an abandoned assisted living facility in Atlanta and are shocked by who and what they find in the building. Episode 2, A Talk with Pa. Jeremy and Leah attempt to get their children adjusted to their new living arrangements. Episode 3, Captain Crunch. No synopsis. Maybe I gotta check TV Guide for that. Episode 4, Assaulted. Jeremy thinks he might be a little too heavy-handed with Grandpa Vinny. Okay, well that's it. Yeah, I know they have a like a cast video on BET. Do they have one for House of Pain too? Yeah, it would be cool to be an extra, man. House of Pain is only on Instagram. Okay, I'll check that out. Like I said, I want to knock out all this have and have not content first, and then I'll get to the assisted living House of Pain stuff. I'll get to it. It's just going to take a little bit of time. Then Tuesday morning, I'll list eBay stuff, and then yeah. Cause I just hate having a bad day. I hate when I let like one or two things ruin a day for me, you know? It really sucks. I wish I wasn't like that. But that's how I've always been. But like with Chadwick, man, I just gotta keep living life. Cause again, you just never know when your last day is coming. And you just want to do I would like to think this channel will outlast me, you know, unless YouTube fails at some point or because I feel like the channel, it might not always get the, like, you know, let's say if I retire from the channel or, you know, I ain't trying to speak this into existence, well, we all going to die eventually, but, you know, like, I would like to think that as the years go on, new people would discover the shows that I review. And then they might find my channel and be like, hey, this guy's talks about all the shows. So that would be pretty cool. I don't think they should. To be honest, I don't think they should have broken up because when I looked at some of the older episodes from like the last couple seasons on BET Plus, it's like it just felt like one person would try to. What do they always say in relationships? Like it's a two-way street. One person can't be the only one putting in all the effort. Both people have to try. People say it's a 50-50, which is, I agree to an extent, but every day you're not going to feel the same way. As in, some days one person might be only giving 30, while what do they say? It's give and take in a relationship. So you're not always going to be in top form, you know. So that's why you have a partner to help pull you when you don't feel like going on. But if you are never putting in any amount of effort, then it's never going to work. But like Medea was telling Sonny, like, you know, friends, loved ones, relationships, if there's someone in your life trying to grow and be more than just a leaf or more than just a branch on the tree, then that's a person worth keeping as opposed to someone who will just blow away. That I feel like after Calvin got shot, that was a massive shift in their relationship. I just hated how he talked to her and then how she would treat him like a child. So both of them needed to I felt like, you know, and not to sound like a broken record, but thank you. I appreciate that. Hey, thanks, Raven. Yeah, notifications just did not go out, so I don't know what was going on with that. Oh, I'm sorry, I got distracted. Basically, it's like they did an interview. Okay, I'll check that out. Um, I just feel like neither party in the marriage really did anything. Yeah, Jamal, I took the COVID test. The funny story is earlier in the live stream. I don't want to tell it again, but yeah, I did take the test. It said 2 to 5 days, and I should get the results back. But we'll have to wait and see. But in terms of my health, I've been feeling pretty well, practicing not just social distancing, but even before COVID, my roommate and I were rarely in the same room. So Hey, thank you. You know, let me just try to see if I can like tweet it out. Yo, people, I'm on. Hey, I'm actually tweeting the live stream out. So if I'm missing your chats, I'll get to you in a second. Yeah, to be honest, I haven't lost my sense of smell or taste. But the thing is, you know, the scary part, like you could have it and not know it. You could be a carrier. I wouldn't say I'm excited. I'm intrigued. You know, it's like I don't want to get my hopes up because after seeing what the Pains did, ew. And yes, I'm happy we got the same cast. But if the, I feel like the chemistry is going to be there, but it really depends on the material. I feel like that's going to be a big deciding factor for me. Yeah, I will admit, finding the episode synopsis and everything really had me excited too. Hey, thank you, I appreciate it. I'm gonna make an emotional post probably later tonight. But really, even though today wasn't the greatest day, just thankful for you all because I wouldn't be able to do what I do for a living without you. So at least I didn't have to clock in somewhere, you know. Happy birthday to you. I feel like Patrick sang that somewhere on SpongeBob. I forgot. Yeah, I put in the Cash App. No shame. Yo, this internet is trash, man. This is the crap that makes me upset. Because any random day, that's when everything works. Yeah. The king of pop. Yo, man. I don't know if you watched the video I did about Happy Birthday Michael Jackson, but it's tough being an MJ fan in today's climate. Like, it doesn't mean I like his music less or anything, but it's hard because ever since that documentary, which shall not be named, it's been like everything Michael related has been brought to a screeching halt, you know? Oops. I mean, I wish Spike Lee would do a thriller documentary, you know, like he did for Off the Wall and Bad. He tore those up. I love watching those things. Like even the songs I didn't really like, when you learn about them. Yeah, yeah, House of Pain was the haves and the have-nots of his time. Same thing with Ruthless in a way, even though it's technically not on a major network. It was a show that put him in a new realm because remember he was only known for Medea, but then he came out with a series, House of Pain. He came out with the Haves and the Have-Nots, which was a drama because Tyler was only known for comedy. And then you have a twisted show like Ruthless, which is something I never expected. Oh yeah, and Meet the Browns. Looking back, I really enjoy it, but in terms of like overall story, I got to give it to House of Pain. Yes, I have a PayPal. See, in all of my videos, even on my channel, if you go to the channel, the channel cover art where all the different shows I review up there, go to the right corner. I'm looking at it now. It says subscribe. It has Twitter, Instagram, eBay, and PayPal. Or go to any of my videos. And like I say, go to the description box. You'll see a link to my PayPal there. 'Cause I know I've been getting donations over the past week. PayPal, Cash App. It's been great. And I really do appreciate it. Yeah, and if it feels like old school House of Pain, I'm gonna like it. No, PayPal doesn't. I mean, I like Super Chat, but yeah, YouTube takes some of the money. That's why I say, hey, if you can do PayPal or do Cash App. Yeah, I've never stopped. Okay, we talked about R. Kelly in that live stream about verses, but be real. Have you stopped listening to R. Kelly? Yeah, happy belated birthday. What was that one clip I posted? It's like when you find out Tyler Perry has a new show coming to BET, and then Grandpa Vinny's going, and I'm like, did they cut out the laugh track? Was there really silence in this scene? Was this scene an indicator of what the show's going to be like? If so, again, I don't want to downplay it yet. Let me see the show, and then I'll make a decision. But as of right now, meh. I wonder what Steve Harvey was working on. I know a while ago he was at Tyler Perry Studios working on something. So they gave us more clips in the cast interview. Okay, I'll check it out. Oh, good old laugh tracks. Great. Oh, he already suspects Oliver is shady. He just doesn't know to what extent. Let's see here. Less than 2 hours. Hang on, I gotta read your chat. What do you mean, the actors, I didn't see them at first? What do you mean, like, have I not seen them in other projects before? Yeah, I get it. Like, if Charles and Candace aren't together, then what's the point? I mean, some of the actors I've seen in other Tyler Perry projects, so. And plus, some of them have been in other dramas that I haven't watched, so I don't know. I just feel like the acting isn't as good. I know, and I know one of the videos I'm going to record is about the 2 hour premiere. I'm getting a lot of mixed reviews about it. There are some people who despise, like, hey, during the hiatus, I was watching the Haves and the Have-Nots on Hulu, but then when I watched the 2 hour premiere, the acting and dialogue is just off. I kind of feel that. And like I said, I didn't despise the episodes. I think I said in my review, they weren't amazing episodes, but at the same time, they were only episodes 11 and 12. They weren't a season premiere and they weren't a season finale. But at the same time, the episodes themselves, they had a lot of OMG moments as opposed to being overall great episodes. Like, the best scene was definitely Catherine and Mama Rose. Yes, the recliner was ridiculous, but at the same time, it was a great scene. That was a scene I really liked it. Oh yeah, she did do her 2 reviews. I didn't watch those yet. I think, and I don't want to badmouth people either, but what was Don and John, the two accountants for Catherine? Like their first scene, it felt a bit stiff, like they were just reading the lines as opposed to having a natural conversation. But I really do think it comes down to like Tyler Perry just filming so fast. Yeah, it felt weird watching it live for the first time in a while. I don't know. Maybe again, it's like it wasn't easy because those two episodes focused more on the newer and secondary characters. The main cast felt like accessories to the story. Like Jim was only there to serve the purpose of Jimmy. And no, we're not going to talk about the age thing yet. That's going to be its own video. David was only there for Alyssa. Jeffrey and Madison were just Jeffrey and Madison. Wyatt again, Wyatt was there for Jimmy, and then Mama Rose, Catherine, and then the list. Hannah was just a prop. That was pretty much it. Hannah was just a prop to give Benny and Candace something to do, and that's it in terms of the main cast. And again, they weren't terrible episodes. But here's the thing, though. This episode, and then Veronica and Riddell the thug's name. This just proves that there are a lot of characters who could drive the story forward, even if characters like Veronica weren't alive. But it depends on how you utilize the story, because those accountants, did we really need another character going after Catherine's money? Oh, and then Derek, and then Laura and Samuel. So, given the fact that we're in reshoot territory, this is what I've been preaching for months. I was afraid of this because this is only going to stretch out the story longer than it has to be. Like, we'll probably get to season 12 and they're still bickering about the damn money. And that's the thing, we get 2 episodes. I don't know how much he's paying attention. Hey, from Trinidad. Oh yeah, different time zone. So technically it's probably August 30th where you are right now. There is no specific reason. She probably just got it to be comfortable. Like the video I did, it was meant to be a joke, but also the only reason I made the video was because there was an alarming amount of people who were bringing it up. And I'm like, it's funny. There's no specific rhyme or reason. It's just random. Exactly. That's why I kept saying season 7 should have been the final season, because I knew when they took the back half of season 7 and then moved that to the back half of season 8, that means the back half of season 7 and the first part of season 8, it's all padding. Stuff that shouldn't even be there. So, I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see. That's how I felt. It felt bad and thrown together randomly. What else we got? I saw Michael Jackson trending for a little while. Actually, let me hop on Twitter again and see what's trending right now. More California wildfires. The editing fell off to me. Yeah, I mean, I know a lot of people were like, the episodes were dark. Well, number one, it was nighttime and most of these places aren't well lit. Janet? Janet who? Jackson? Oh, okay. Thank you, Raven, for the donation. It just came through here on PayPal. Thank you so much for that. Yeah, season 7 was going to be the last season. I think they must have been some kind of renegotiation. The thing about the Michael Jackson thing is the fact that it's like they literally um, dug him up 10 years later. Yeah, I remember Scream came out. Honestly, I remember liking the video and all as a kid. I don't really like the song now. I think I do appreciate the lyrics because I understand it better. Hey, fellow Virgo, Team Virgo. But yeah, I remember she said in an interview, like behind the music or whatever, the reason she didn't do a music with her brothers because she didn't want to make it seem like she was mooching off the Jackson name to be famous. But at the same time, it's kind of like, why not use a resource like that? But whatever. Because her first few albums was a flop because she originally wanted to pursue acting, but her dad wanted her to do music. So it wasn't until Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis, which again, I think Jimmy Jam and Lewis would be a great battle against Babyface because in L.A. Reid, but specifically Babyface because of their catalogs. So I think Janet's really good. I mean, I don't remember any outstanding performances off the top of my head, but I thought she was really good. Penny in Good Times, then on Different Strokes. I never watched Fame. I did like her in The Nutty Professor too. Yeah. I never watched Poetic Justice. I know. I know she was on Why Did I Get Married. Yeah. Doesn't really matter anything you do. Don't matter me, nobody do, don't know. I actually got a Poetic Justice T-shirt somewhere, or was it? Yeah, I got a Tupac shirt, and then I got Boys in the Hood. I never watched For Color Girls, so I don't have an opinion on that one. Funny. I went to Hobby Lobby. I spent like $90. Oh god, because they had half off on all wall decor. Excuse me. Nah, I didn't watch For Better or Worse. PayPal link. Um, Give me 1 second. I'll put it in the chat. You can actually find it on my videos, but since a lot of people are asking, thank you, Michael. Oh yeah, Raven, if you're still watching, PayPal does take a small fee. I did not know they did that. They took 74 cents. I watched the first season and a half of Love Thy Neighbor. Okay, guys, if you're Joel, I'm about to put in the link for the PayPal donation. Okay, and guys, if you see the link, you don't have to donate, but it is appreciated. So, coming up is the PayPal link. Yeah, that's why I prefer Cash App. Because, I mean, Cash App, to my recollection, if you do an instant transfer to your bank account, it's a fee. But if you do a 1 to 2 business day, it's free. But it's like, it's my money and I need it now. Yeah, Angela and Marcus, I agree, were the most entertaining. So it makes the sense they would do a show based off that. It really makes me wonder what kind of movies Tyler Perry will do in the future, and if any of those movie characters might inspire a new show. Hey, Brenda, I appreciate that. Thank you. What is the worst Tyler Perry show? I can't say for better or worse because I never really watched it. I didn't appreciate Too Close to Home because I didn't watch it when it was live. I feel like Too Close to Home ended before it really got good, so I'm not even going to count that either. I would say Love Thy Neighbor because it it was somewhat bearable at first, but then as the show went on, it got really bad. Back scratcher. But that's how I feel. I don't really have fingernails like that, so back scratcher works wonders. It makes you wonder why you don't have this kind of stuff as a kid. It would have been very handy. Let's see here. Oh, we got 40 people now. That's great. It only took about an hour to get there. Okay, I'm looking at the trending list on. Yeah, exactly. After season one, it got bad. Black Panther watch party. Yeah, I don't see Chadwick trending right now, unless you go to like entertain. No need of being sorry. Nobody really got notifications. Oh yeah, what is it in a couple of days? We got Brandy versus Monica. Thank you, Keith. I have no idea. YouTube is tripping. Oh, eBay is trending. Apparently, Donald Trump gave rescue. Hang on a second. Donald Trump gave emergency officials after Hurricane Laura autographs saying they would sell for $10,000. But if somebody's like, I just went online and they're up there for 99 cents. I haven't watched Medea gets a job. Yeah, I'm not going to sit up here and confirm it, but it seems like it's probably not in continuity. The Pains in regards to House of Pain, but we'll find out. Bye, Donald. Bye. My favorite, I don't have a favorite, but I love Class Reunion, Why Did I Get Married, Medea Goes to Jail, and The Marriage Counselor. Yeah, she was doing the most. I'm glad like Hattie and Joe weren't there because it would have just made the play as ridiculous as a movie. It wasn't like my favorite play, but I thought it was good for what it was. But I do think that it's one of those examples where you need to pay attention to the background characters as well. Like when the camera's focusing on like one person talking, you need to talk about, or excuse me, you need to focus on other characters as well. I mean, that twist with Devin and Malik, I didn't see that coming. Thank you. Hey, Rosie, what's up? Thank you, Joel Jackson, for the donation. I'm just now getting the email alerts from Gmail. Oh, yeah, the play was better than I expected. I had fun watching it. I love the moving set. Wait, there's a 10th anniversary edition? I did not know that. I just assumed it was the one we all have on DVD, so. The best movie, I don't really like a lot of the movies. Like, I think they're okay, but I don't really have one that really stands out. Thank you for the birthday wishes. Oh yeah, him breaking character was gold. The macaroni scene, that was hilarious. Like, what you doing? Ain't no macaroni in here. Medea, that's a prop. Oh, we're still acting. Oh, ain't no but napkins. Oh, it's hot. It's hot. That was hilarious. There are two recorded versions of Medea's class reunion. Yeah, he was going to get his own streaming service, Tyler Vision, but Cork is shout out to what was her name, Darlene, right? The mother, when she sang Aretha Franklin's "Respect" very 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 well, and Devin back at one, he killed that. Malik did decent with Maxwell, this woman's work, but he didn't quite hit those high notes to the same. Well, I mean, it is Maxwell, so I don't know. I have not checked YouTube to see if the episode's still there. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe he just renegotiated with Viacom. I don't know. Let's see here. Oh yeah, speaking of socks, I did buy a pair of Mountain Dew and Cheez It socks from odsocks.com. I had a discount. They really didn't give away a lot of birthday discounts like they usually do on websites. Like, I mean, Rena, your review, not the episode. Oh, my reviews, they don't go away unless they get blocked. No. Look at the play at Augusta. Okay, I'll do that. 'Cause I know people, when the play first came out, everybody sent clips. I just chose not to watch them. I watched a few, but not a lot. I would have put them on my YouTube channel, but nah. Yo, at first, Mr. Brown, I thought something was wrong. I'm like, wait, has David just not been in the role for so long that he doesn't play Brown the same way? But then I'm like, oh, Mr. Brown is grumpy. That's why he's out of character. And then it really made me appreciate the play more because watching the first 10 minutes or so, basically before Cora, Bam, Medea, and Brown came out, where you have all these other characters, it really just reminded me that when it comes to theater, you have to rely on your fellow actors because it's like there's a huge audience and it's like you have to project yourself. So it made me like look at how they did certain things, that the direction they were looking in. They have to carry the story like a real conversation. I know that's a weird thing, but it's been so long since I've seen a play. I don't count Hamilton because that was a musical the entire time. But yeah, with the play, it's a much smaller cast. So when there's like two or three people on stage, they have to sell it. And when Cora came out first, it was like yeah, typically over the past couple of years, like Best Buy, I would get $5, and GameStop a $5 deal. But I'm like, eh. What was it? I Can't Stand the Rain. That was a great opening. And then when the house opened up, yeah, I like the opening number. That was a really good song. Oh, I knew that was the final song. That was it. Like, let's not even talk about Take Me to the King because we knew that was fantastic. But props to like the other actors that did really good. Oh, Weak in the Knees. Not just the actress Robin, she was singing it, but I loved it when Tyler gave the mic theoretically to the audience because they knew them words. They were in sync. Knocks me right off of my feet. I was like, yeah. Can't explain why your love. Keith, thank you for the donation. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Devin. Oh yeah. Back at one. Like I said, Malik did okay with the Maxwell song, But I think that Devin killed it with Brian Midnight. You should have kept going to 6, 7, 11, 12. That's enough. Nah, but like I said, when she was singing Aretha Franklin "Respect," I'm like, okay, now. What was her name? Darlene. She did that song justice. But can we talk about Poison though? Can we talk about Poison? The girl that played Sylvia played the girl. Oh, I knew I recognized her. You're right, from Sisters. Oh yeah, the choreography was great. But when they were doing Poison, yo, what's up with Brown taking the suspenders off and just rolling his body like that? That was great. I'm probably going to do another live stream separately that will talk about the play specifically because I wanted to give the play a couple of days for people to watch it. It was good. Like if I watched it again, I wouldn't watch the entire thing. I would just like watch the musical bits. Because when I was watching the play, like I said in my review, I was like, there are a lot less songs than I remember a Tyler Perry play. 'Cause I remember back in the day, it felt like you couldn't go 5 minutes without somebody busting into a song. I know when they looked at each other, if I were you, I'd take precaution before I see you with the fly girl. And it's some. Yo, that was great. Then Medea get up there singing Pony. I got a gospel song. No, because you know Jesus rode into the city on a donkey. I mean a pony. What is Cash App? Are you talking about what is my Cash App or what is Cash App? Cash App is like where you can receive or request money with no fee, unlike PayPal or Super Chat. You know, like on YouTube right now during this live, you should see like a smiley face icon and then like a dollar sign. Oh, okay. 1 second. Okay, I just put in my Cash App. The way Bam and Brown said, "Ubber." I'm just a bachelor looking for a partner. Yeah, technology can definitely be beneficial at times. I don't want to say the R word instead of rate me. You know what she actually said? I can't say it because I get demonetized. Somebody was telling me that on YouTube there was a video of Medea chewing somebody out for showing up late. So jump on it. Oh yeah, yeah. When she had the photo. Oh, another thing. I love the visuals, the way they use photos. When she had Medea photoshopped into the Rosa Parks picture, I lost it. That was great. And then when Brown recorded the fight at the graduation, thank you, Savannah. I appreciate that. Jump on it, do it, ride it, my pony. Yeah, but it felt like the last 30 minutes or so was definitely just music. Yo, that's the one thing that had me a bit kind of like taken out of the story. It's like, you're telling me like these people don't know how to say certain words or anything in regards to pop culture or millennials, but Brown knows how to record a video. But Brown did record the video like an old person. Like he it was out of focus. He kept going back to himself. Yo, this is going world star. This is gonna be viral. So, and I was confused. So did Devin actually have a relationship with Tiffany, or was Devin just a friend and Tiffany assumed they were together, but in reality, Devin was with her mom? I was kind of confused by that. It's kind of ironic she was named Tiffany because she was definitely the Tiffany Haddish of this play. I think one of the funniest parts is when Medea took the blue hat and put it on Jeffrey's head to match, not Jeffrey, William's head to kind of match TT's. Like, no, you look like your daddy. That was funny. Still reading the chats here. Oh yeah, the Veronica Harrington. Yo, I know a great lawyer. Her name is Veronica Harrington. She'll take him for everything he got. I'm like, yep. Diary of a Mad Black Woman. It just goes to show how great that movie was because it's still relevant today. Despite flaws, the lessons in the movie are definitely prevalent. That Devin and Darlene storyline, yeah, that was the shot. I did not see it coming because it felt like were TT and Devin together, but then Devin was really attracted to Malik because it's like some people are saying you need to pay attention to the other characters. Oh, the visual. I mean, the freaking house itself opening up and closing, but the visuals. Truth is, I'm tired. Yo, Father, can you hear me, man? Father, can you hear me? We need you, Lord, today. I know that you are listening. Why didn't they ever release that as a single? Or did they? Do they have a soundtrack for that movie? Yo, that was a missed opportunity. I know he did Biggie Smalls, but I thought he was going to do a Bobby Brown song or a Bobby Brown reference. I mean, you got a crown on and a cane, but you got a giant B on your chest. That just screams King of R&B Bobby Brown. Family Reunion, yeah, it was good. I just haven't I have not watched those movies in a long time. Oh, thank you for from Cammy L. Evans. Thank you for the Cash App donation. I appreciate that. If I were you, I'd take cautions before you need a fly girl. Ooh. Cora has a lot of daughters. Yeah, I don't keep track. I know like Chandler and a few other people try to tell me, hey, do you notice like this person is this person? With the play continuity, I do not care. I do not care because it's never consistent. Daddy's Little Girls is a good one too. Oh yeah, we need some Spider-Man. We need the Superman. Just like Brown, sit your butt down. The little super. This is your granddaddy. Yeah, I felt like this play definitely had a lot of homages to previous plays, like Meet the Rounds, like I'm sorry, or this is your granddaddy. That was crazy. Yeah, I know some people were wondering why Hattie wasn't in the play. I don't think she was needed, but that was an interesting question. I wish Floyd was in the play. I think Floyd should have been in there. Or Levan Davis, he would have been cool too. But Medea was dropping some knowledge bombs in this play. It was great. I think my favorite one was the that's why the rear view mirror is smaller than the windshield because you need to look forward instead of backward. Yeah. Don't worry, I'm reading the chats. Oh yeah, yeah. Well, she was originally in it, but was cut. Yeah, they were in the Boo movies. But I mean, with the Medea play, like the final one, it's like, hey, thank you, Tariq. Better late than never. It's all good. I feel like with it being the last Medea play, it kind of gave the vibe that it would be like it's almost like how they said they'll do a last Friday, but it wouldn't be right unless you had all the characters there. Thank you for dropping by. I appreciate that. Thank you, Lori. Thank you. Oh man, 29. Feels just as disappointing as 28 because we're still stuck in 2020. Ah, thanks, Beverly. Wish Tyler Perry would have tweeted me. I'm just playing. You know he uses the same people over again. Yeah, because when he likes working with somebody. Oh, I wish Cheryl Pepsi Riley could have been in it. Yo, when Brown had that chocolate though, how much he said he had 5, 7 or something like that. I ain't gonna lie. They were talking about Medea's farewell. I thought Brown was going to die. They kept talking about how his sugar was low. I'm like, okay, Brown, don't kill him off now. I mean, it's like we thought Medea was going to die in the final movie, but she didn't. So I'm like, are you going to kill Brown off? And what was the dynamic between Tiffany and like Bam? That was a nice nod because in real life, that's something that happens because obviously the older generation, when you had, I don't want to use the wrong phrase here, different genders than when they were younger, then obviously the older people aren't going to take too kindly to it. But at the same time, it didn't feel like it was mean-spirited joking towards Tiffany. It just felt very real because that these kind of things happen. Like when you go to family reunions and your cousin John is now Jessica. Yeah, it's going to be awkward. So that was actually well written. 'Cause it honestly didn't feel like it was mean-spirited. Thanks, Lou. Appreciate that. Yeah, my day's almost over, but sheesh, crazy days. Let's see, 14 like make sure you thumbs up the video. I might have to watch that. Is Medea Gets a Job? Is that on BET Plus? I'm pretty sure I got the DVD on my shelf over there. But like I said, I haven't put a DVD in my player and God knows when. Yes, it is. Okay, I'll check it out soon. You're not a mini co. Yo, I love how they make nods to that. Like, you lost a lot of weight. Because she's been working hard and it's been paying off. Truth is, I'm tired. Boom. Oh, yeah, yeah. He give new people a chance. Definitely. We still don't need excuse me. We still don't have a date for. Okay, let me Google it. Maybe they changed it. I don't know. I want a date. Hey, just so you know, some of the cast told me season 2 is going to be mind blowing. I mean, they keep telling me the back half of season 1, but season 2 is going to be wild. Wild. Yeah, it still says fall 2020. Oh yeah, yeah, you're right. When she was bigger, when she lost, well, I think in class reunion that was like the first time she lost a notable amount of weight. No problem. Yeah, as soon as I feel like somebody's gonna find out before me. Did they fall out, Tyler, David? To my knowledge, they didn't have a falling out. I just feel like they, and again, I don't know. I just think they just went on to different projects. He gave a huge concert, and Medea Gets a Job. Dang. Okay, I got to check it out. Which was the one where he did "Can You Stand the Rain"? Was that Medea Gets a Job? I think it was. Yes. Okay. He's like, Bobby Brown, sit down. Cause like, oh, like Bobby Brown, sit down. That was hilarious. Yeah, notifications didn't go out, but it's all good. We're having a good time. Oh, can you stand the rain? I like Tyler Class Unit Bartender. Oh my God, that was hilarious. What was his name in that play? I'm still dead the way they had Mom Rose set up in that recliner. Hilarious. She was just chilling, unbothered. But I did not see Vinny shooting that dude in the head, man. Okay, I'll watch the other version. I'll get back to y'all on that. I honestly did not know there were two. Was that a lazy boy? I don't know. I gotta look back. Heck, maybe in the next episode she's going to be reclining back. I don't think I've sat in a lazy boy since my grandparents had one. Can you stand the rain? Okay. She had knee surgery. Ooh. I don't know what play, but I remember that line. Like, I honestly thought Medea was going to say that when they were talking about gospel. I mean, yeah, that line has been used a lot, but I felt like this last play was definitely about paying homage to previous plays. Take me to the king. Just looking through chats, don't mind me. Oh yeah, that chair did look comfortable. Leroy Jones, Willie. Oh yeah, that's right. So do you think Veronica going to catch on to that? Catch on to what? Where you been, Penny? Penny, where you been? I was with JJ. Then when you take the cash register, I think one of my favorite scenes is when he was up in the room with that cheating husband, basically taking his sneakers, his whole jogging suit. He's like, young lady, you gotta watch. You gotta watch. Lord, I don't know how I was gonna pay rent this month, but you got a ram in the bush. And then, I loved it when he was on the, hey, thank you, King Hakeem, I appreciate that. I loved it when he was on the phone. It's like, yeah, I got the money for this month, but next month we're gonna be in trouble. Because the way they set it up, like, is he, Veronica, you mean being robbed? Yeah, I wonder if they're going to catch on to that as well. The whole Derek thing threw me for a loop, you know? Thank you, everybody, joining in. Birthday is less than an hour from being done, but it is what it is. I mean, are there like any real noticeable differences between the plays? Because I wish they had like a deleted scenes or something I could just watch. Mm. 'Cause I know he says Class Reunion is his least favorite play. Take me to the king. I don't have much to bring. I know, right? It's like, oh, we're gonna get her for every penny she got. Oh yeah, yeah. Everybody called that. As soon as Laura got that clothing, it's like, yeah, she's gonna die. She's basically like Catherine when she was getting threesomes last season. Oh yeah, Derek already sees some agendas. I don't think Broderick is gone, but I don't think we're going to see him for a while. Yeah, it just seemed completely out of left field with Derek. It wasn't a bad scene. It was surprising, but I'm like, what's the motivation here? I mean, we know that he kept threatening Veronica, like, you keep threatening me, you're going to remind me of my old life. So that begs the question, was he always doing this on the side? Like, remember, he got out of jail because Veronica got him out. Then they had sex. Then he decided to go. Then he decided to go on the straight and narrow by being like a contractor, handyman, or building houses because Veronica lent him out to her rich friends. So that begs the question: was Derek running a con the entire time by having people like Derek? I mean, having people like Laura or Samuel or other people be pool boys and maids or whatever for these rich people and then rob them blind. I wonder if that's the case. Then Benny wants to see him as well. Benny needs to sit his butt down. Yeah, I mean, that was said way back when Warlock got killed that they got the police in their back pocket. I mean, yeah, it seems that way. You got to have multiple people looking to take out Veronica for it to work, but there's still no guarantee because somebody might get on her side. Yeah, Benny's just annoying. Hey, thank you, Brandon. Nah, I feel like Laura is too important to die yet. Because remember that Melissa was important because she was carrying the grandchild. Veronica couldn't stand Melissa, but she understood Melissa was needed to carry on the Harrington family name. If she got poisoned, that would be a bit anticlimactic. Just my opinion there. Yeah, like what were you doing at the bar? Mama Rose versus Veronica. Um, I feel like Catherine is stronger, and not physically, but in terms of character, because you got to look at Catherine being in a no-win situation. She feels like she possibly lost her son. Her son tried to kill her allegedly. Catherine's at a, what did they say, like if you corner a rat, the rat will fight back and try to bite. I feel like that's what Catherine's at right now. Catherine is going through hell, and regardless if it's the head of the Malones or the president of the United States, she's going to speak what she wants to. I'm very interested to see what the conversation between these two are going to be in this upcoming episode, because I have a feeling Mama Rose is probably getting out of jail next week. I like their dynamic. But remember, this is a Catherine who's begging, but next week she doesn't give a damn. Thank you for the birthday wishes. I've already talked. We talked Chadwick in like the first 20 minutes, and I did the Chadwick video. So those are all my thoughts on that. It was definitely a shocker. Who's daddy? Wait, who? I think you said Melissa, but I'm trying to remember like what dad. No problem. Yeah, it just made it's like I understand. But like imagine being in, well, we're in 2020 right now. Why would you go and oh yeah, Sonic the Hedgehog. It's like when you're literally, and Mitch was trying to be respectful. Mitch is like, "Hey, I don't think it's a good idea for you to be here, Miss Hannah." And then she's like, "Oh no, I don't care who the Malones are." I'm just like, if Candace did not have Hannah move, she would have got killed, because you saw what Mitch did to the officer at the end of the episode. Now imagine them still being pissed about this experience. Like, I imagine Mama Rose isn't going to be pissed. She isn't pissed about being arrested because she knows her family is going to show that officer how the Malones get down. I think Mama Rose is going to be pissed off by Catherine. So coming down to the bar, and then if Hannah was still there, Hannah would have died. I don't care if she is Candace Young's mother. No, she would have died. Girl, this ain't the 19th. Jonathan, that was jacked up. Now, I know, it was like sitting there with a beer. I just felt like it was way too forced, you know? Again, I don't dislike Hannah. I just didn't like what they did with her in those episodes. Because if you watch Ruthless, what's her name? Sarah, Andrew's wife, is like, I want to go back to the compound. Like, why? You're going to put yourself and Andrew in even more danger. Like, I understand the frustration of not being able to do anything, but at the same time, come on now, use your brain. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. I feel like they were a waste of time. Um, the two accountants, I feel like, okay, why do we have even more people going after money? What kind of shit is this? Get off me! Ah! Ah! Yeah, they allegedly October. I'm not going to confirm it. I just a lot of people are saying October. Happy birthday, Virgo. I hope we see the rest of that clip. I'm still unsure. How did how did Alyssa know that Erica was dead? Was it like in the news or something? Because remember, the two guys are like, we've already moved the money, so they've already moved $5 million. They assume Hannah doesn't know anything about accounting, so if anything is missing, if anything goes wrong, she'll be the one to blame. Not really. This whole police brutality thing, no, because YouTube doesn't like that kind of content. So I appreciate you wanting my thoughts, but no, it's like I don't think so. Gotta pop my ear. Yeah, maybe I'll order something. Like I said, my mood, I haven't been in a good mood most of the day. I think I like order out something in the coming days, either tomorrow or Monday, just because for me, it's like, I think I need to get a lot of work done, then I can fully relax. No, no, I took it this morning. I won't know until a few days from now. And again, it's not even because it was two men. It's the fact that the Jeffrey and Madison scene served no purpose. Me either my energy and mood has been off. And that's the worst part. It's my birthday and I just didn't have a good day, so to speak. Hey, thank you. Yeah, Madison is obviously hiding something. I'm like, what was he doing? Like, jumping into bed. I'm like, the only good part of those scenes was let's do it at my mom's house. I'm like, oh, this is gonna get good. She about to pop a cap in somebody. Yeah, that's how I felt. I have not popped open the Welchers. Maybe I'll do another live stream tomorrow or Monday. When I'm in a better mood and notifications go out, we can like do a longer look. I'm not into the live stream, even though we've been going on for an hour and a half. But yeah, I think he killed that. Remember, he said he had a Justin in his past. Somebody like Justin, an abusive lover, stalker. I don't smoke or drink. I don't know when they had time to move the money. They never really clarified. They kind of just jumped at it. I think because they assumed they would be the executors that they just went ahead and did it. I don't even know if I fully trust Marty to an extent. I feel like he can be trusted. I don't think he's fully confident in Catherine's decisions, though. Like, even the little things like calling Hannah the maid. I don't know the exact time. I tried to do less than 30 seconds. Hey, no problem. Thank you. Yeah, I'm not going out anywhere anytime soon. Like, I'm pretty much going to wait for my test results. Well, David was already gone by the time he wanted to undress. Very offensive. It was classism. Yeah, you half breed. Reminds me of Dragon Ball Z talking about Gohan. Your half breed son, Kakarot. What do they know? Jeffrey's dad is coming in the back half of these 10 episodes. Nah, David and Madison, please God, no. Who do you think will win the NBA? I don't really follow sports. Sorry, I don't have an opinion. Rest in peace, indeed. Yeah. And like I said at the beginning of the live stream, I really love the stories I'm hearing about him. I'm on my iPod. See, when if you have YouTube questions, you might want to Google them because YouTube stuff has changed a lot in terms of like different rules and regulations. That's the best advice I can give you. Yeah, I think William is the dad. Yeah, I know, right? And they just said the maid. I just hated that. It's one thing for the accountants to say that, but for Marty to say that, I thought that was pretty messed up. I mean, because if I were Marty, I would be thinking the same thing. It's like, are you sure about this? But after seeing how Don and John were acting, you really understand what Catherine meant when she said, "I can't trust anyone," and that's a shame. First they said that what? First it was Mr. Jim, now it's the maid. Dang, we got 50 people now, more than when we started. I have no idea how the accounting works. I don't have an accountant, so I could not tell you. I don't know, like 5 million? Because even Jim has said, Catherine watches our finances like a hawk. Maybe they did it recently because of the whole Catherine being in jail thing. Because what is it? Marty is her attorney, Lloyd is the banker. But it makes sense that Marty would tell the accountants because being the attorney, it's about power of attorney and the executor, so that makes sense. But I'm like, would Lloyd not know? Is Lloyd foul? No, I don't think Lloyd. I think Lloyd and Marty are loyal. Don and John are the messed up ones. And then to an extension, Rocky and Broderick, who work at the hotel. Well, to be fair, look at everything Hannah's been dealing with. But that's the thing that gets me. Like if they found out Jim paid the debt, does it matter? That's like, oh, my mom gave me $100 to help me pay my rent. So I paid the rent. But since it wasn't my $100, it doesn't count. It's because he's black. It wasn't the best day, to be honest, in between the COVID test, Chadwick, and just my demeanor. It hasn't been a super good day. I'm blessed to be here, but it wasn't a super good day. Thank you, Linda. Oh yeah, Oliver. Yeah, Oliver's trying to sabotage it. I mean, is Candace pregnant? We know that she got a pregnancy test, but we don't know if she's pregnant. Yeah, there are too many new people. And I remember talking about the oval. I thought the oval was bad. I don't have that much money. I don't know. You're talking about Oliver. Yeah, Oliver was sweating up a storm like dang, man. The drugs, yeah. Oh, happy anniversary. She gets to the airport. I think she will get out of jail. Anything else before we wrap up here? All right. Well, if nothing else, thank you for the birthday wishes. Thank you for the donations. Well, they did cover the camera. Yeah. All right. Well, guys, thanks so much for tuning in. More videos are on the way. Obviously, I got a lot to do before Tuesday. Yeah. And I will just see what happens from there. But thanks for joining me in this awesome thing. And we'll go from there. But take care. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. And I'll talk to you soon.